Hi, and welcome to another session. Part of your role as a scientist is telling people what you understand by what you observed. Now, remember, when you observe something, it's something you detect with your senses. An observation doesn't really try to explain anything. We use other terminology for that, like a prediction or an inference. And then, of course, we've got other special words like law and theory. But how about we look at these other things first? So if we are going to talk about an inference, we're talking about what we think happened based upon what we have seen, heard, smelt, felt, or in some cases even tasted. And so our observations are used, and we see here that an observation is used to try to explain what you see, or you're predicting what has happened. So it's most important you do this. Now, your teacher's going to ask you to make inferences or predictions or other things based upon what you've seen and what you understand. So you link your prior knowledge and your observations together to come up with a possible solution. So that's the big link between those two. Now remember, an observation does not try to explain things. It just provides the facts. The solid facts about what's going on, not about why you think it's happened, not about anything else, but you just tell me what you have seen, heard, or detected with your senses. Okay, I hope that's clear. So it's sort of like being a detective, if you like. We can work out what's going on. We go and get our evidence, and your evidence is all of your observations. You then use your previous knowledge, and you sort of come up with a theory. And a theory, as we see here, is an explanation, a possible explanation for observations. And what it does is it leads to further checking. In other words, once you've got a theory, you test it. So you would do an experiment, or you would set up some form of activity that you could do to see if your theory was correct. Right, so we constantly are validating this, and what it does, our theories can change over time. And that's as normally happens when we have better equipment or something new is found out by someone. And it helps us change what we think because suddenly we gain some extra information. Now, this is different to this thing called a law. And a law is a constant thing. It's always going to be there. Like we've got Newton's laws of motion. We've got other things that we have made as laws, and we simply know that they have the support of evidence that they will always be correct. So we can use some mathematical constructs or mathematical formulas to make further predictions because we know that a law happens all the time, or a consistent result will occur. Okay, so I hope that makes a bit of sense.